Okay, so the continuation to the spider walk exercise. You've made it through forward in this fashion, as I explained in the previous video. And then all you do is you just move your pinky finger up one fret, making sure to keep finger 1 anchored here. And we continue the same exercise backwards, making sure to alternate pick as we go through. So that way the exercise looks like this. We're going pinky, ring, middle, index, so fingers 4, 3, 2, 1, and then making sure to maintain the anchor there. We're going to the B string, 4, 3, 2, and then we move it up 1, and we continue that pattern just backwards, making sure to alternate pick it all the way through. And then we get to fret 2 there, and same thing applies as with the pinky. We just move forward 1 fret, now we're on fret 3, and we do the whole exercise forward again. So and we get there, we move forward 1 fret and backwards again. Okay, an important one when doing this exercise or when playing guitar in general is having a free elbow like that. We don't want the elbow to be resting on anything, we don't want the elbow to be pulled in against the body. So I'll show you a good example of why we need a free elbow, is that if I'm playing down here, you can see the distance my elbow has traveled between my body. As I move my hand up the neck, you can see that the elbow also tucks into my body. So that allows the arm to complete like free motion, and it also helps the wrist not bend in odd ways. So if we can maintain a straight wrist all the way through by moving the arm, as opposed to keeping the arm there and bending the wrist in odd ways to move between places, we are going to also avoid strain on the wrist, and that's going to allow us to keep our fingers properly placed. So again, as in the previous video, we would like the finger to be coming off the fretboard like that, straight down and making a bend at the first joint. And that's all wrist, finger, and also elbow placement. And then finally, if you want to properly practice the spider exercise, we introduce a metronome. So we prefer to keep the metronome 4 beats per measure, and that is because you're playing 4 notes, and then a good starting point is going to be 120 beats per minute, but we're going to play 1 note for every 2 clicks. So effectively that's 60 beats per minute. It's just easier to keep timing if you're hearing more frequent clicks. So I'm going to show you the exercise forward and backward once with a metronome at 120 beats per minute. There we go. So you can hear the metronome counting: 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Can you hear me playing a note for every 2 clicks of the metronome? And then slide forward. And then forward again, and you just continue the exercise in that fashion. So playing to a metronome now as you start playing guitar, it's the perfect time to learn how to stay in time. It's a very, very challenging thing to learn later on after you've been playing for a year or 2. You get used to moving your fingers in certain ways and making certain shapes, but you don't get used to doing them at certain intervals, so in certain time spans, at certain rhythms, and that's very, very challenging to learn after the fact. So introducing a metronome now is a fantastic idea. If you haven't got a metronome, you can just Google the word metronome, and Google has its own built-in metronome in case you need to use that. There will also be cell phone apps and other apps that you can download to use for the same thing.